What if I told you that chasing a bigger salary could actually stop you from building real wealth? It sounds crazy, but it's a painful truth. Focusing only on your income traps you on a slow, exhausting path, one that rarely leads to lasting riches. Many people believe a simple lie: if I earn more, I'll be rich. But that's an illusion. Why? Because when they earn more, they often spend more. You can earn a lot, yet still have little savings or live in fear of losing your job. Most people work for money, but the rich have their money work for them. They don't just chase paychecks. They build assets, things that earn money for them 24/7, even while they sleep. The difference isn't how much you make, it's what you do with what you make. Rich people follow certain rules, rules that help them build wealth that grows by itself, wealth that grows even on weekends and during holidays. In this video, you'll discover 7 hidden money rules the rich live by, but rarely say out loud. And all of these rules point to one main idea: build assets, not just income. Why are these rules hidden? Because rich people know something. Most people are not ready to hear them. Some people won't understand. Others might feel jealous. And many simply want a quick fix, not the patient work of building real assets. That's why these powerful ideas often stay a secret. These 7 rules are why the rich get wealthy, stay wealthy, and build wealth that lasts. They are not complicated, but they require a different way of thinking about money. This is Fluent English with Radio, where you learn English and life-changing ideas. If you're ready to think differently about money, stay with me. These rules might challenge what you believe, but they can also change your financial future completely. So buckle up. We're diving in. Rule 1: asset first, not income. Real wealth isn't about working more hours. It's about building assets that make money for you automatically. The first rule attacks a question we all ask. When struggling, our instinct is to ask, how can I earn more? This comes from a work-to-live mindset. They want overtime, a higher-paying job, or a side hustle. The problem is, this approach depends 100% on their own time and effort. So, the harder they work, the more exhausted they become, and they always hit a limit. This question keeps them in the cycle. In contrast, the wealthy ask a completely different question: how can my money work for me even when I'm not? This is a system-building mindset. They don't just want a higher salary. They want to create a money-making machine that runs automatically. To build this machine, they need the right parts. These parts are called assets. An asset is anything that puts money in your pocket, either by generating cash flow or by growing in value. A rental house that gives you rent every month is an asset. The rich are very careful to avoid liabilities, things that take money out of your pocket. The tricky part is many liabilities are cleverly disguised as assets. A brand new car looks like a valuable asset, but it's a classic liability. It loses value the moment you drive it away and constantly costs you money for gas, insurance, and repairs. There's a huge difference between earning an income and owning an asset. Income means trading your time for money, but time is limited. You only have 24 hours a day. Your energy is limited. You get tired or sick, and your work income always has a ceiling, a maximum amount you can earn. Assets, however, have no such limits. They work for you 24 hours a day, even while you sleep, without getting tired or needing a break. Think of them as a team of robot employees that you build once, but who keep working for you forever. This is the key difference. Your job income has a maximum, but what your assets can earn does not. Stocks can grow in value while you are on vacation. A rental property provides a monthly payment. A well-built business can run with a manager. Unlike a salary from a job, this kind of income has no fixed limit. Take this classic example. A rich person buys a company and hires a CEO. They aren't interested in being the day-to-day manager. They want to be the owner. The CEO runs the company for them. As a result, they don't need to be present. The money flows in continuously, freeing up their time to build the next wealth-generating system. You might think, I can't buy a company. And that's okay. The scale is not the point. The owner mindset is. You can start applying it to your very next decision. Example, many buy a new iPhone and call it an investment, but we already know the truth. An iPhone is a liability. It loses value and costs money. It never puts money in your pocket. It's not an asset, yet people convince themselves it's for work. This single confusion explains why the wealthy get richer even when they sleep. Meanwhile, others are trapped in a cycle of endless work because they own nothing that generates income. The goal isn't to find a better job. The goal is to make your job optional. Income feeds you, assets free you. Rule 2. Lifestyle after ownership. You want to put assets first, but what does that look like in your daily life? This next rule is your simple guide. It's not just what you buy, but when you buy it. Think of your money as seeds. Do you eat all the seeds now, or do you plant them first so you can eat the harvest forever? The rich choose to plant first. Your first job with money is to buy things that can make more money for you. The life you want comes after, paid for by the assets you built first. So, before any big purchase like a new car, a bigger house, your priority is assets. Remember this order. First, feed your assets. Then, decorate your life. It's like a tree. You water the roots so the tree grows strong. Later, you can enjoy the shade and the fruit. Your assets are the roots. Your lifestyle is the fruit. The rich use a simple filter for every spending decision. They ask one powerful question. Will this put money in my pocket or take money out? If it pays you, it's an asset. If it costs you, it's a liability. For the rich, this isn't just about small daily choices. It guides their biggest financial decisions, the ones that shape their financial future for decades. Let's make it clear with an example. A laptop used to run a business and make money is an asset. But the exact same laptop, if you only use it for entertainment and social media, becomes a liability because it costs money without generating any. The question helps the rich make correct decisions throughout their entire life. We can see this clearly in two different lives. First, the rich person buys land and rents it out. The rental income pays for their mortgage or their next house. See the logic? They use assets to support their lifestyle. They live on the money their assets make, not on a paycheck. This is real financial security. They don't fear economic crashes or losing a job because their assets are like silent partners in the background, steadily growing their wealth. Second, the average person buys a huge house with a very big 30-year loan. They use future income to pay for a present lifestyle they can't afford. The house becomes a burden because it costs money but doesn't make any. It's not an asset that frees up their time. If they lose their job, they lose the house. In reality, the house owns them. When lifestyle comes first, your life might look beautiful, but your finances are weak. You're one missed paycheck away from trouble because you have no assets, only debts. For years, rich people may live simply, driving an old car, living in a modest home. They aren't showing off. They are building assets. Later, when their assets make enough, they can buy the nice car and the big house. The key difference? Their assets pay for it all, not their paycheck. This is the difference between looking rich and being rich. Many people look rich but are poor in secret. The truly rich may look normal, but they are secure and free because of the invisible assets working for them. Rich people use assets to pay for their lifestyle. Normal people use their lifestyle to bury their future assets. Rule 3. Keep more than you earn. Many people ask, if I earn more, will I be rich? The answer is no, if you have a problem called lifestyle inflation. This means whenever you get a raise, you upgrade your life. A new phone, a new car, a nicer house. The result? Your income goes up, but your assets don't. You earn more, but you don't keep more. You are still poor, just with more expensive things. Real wealth comes from what you keep, not just what you earn. Rich people avoid this problem with a simple plan. Keep, save, invest. This means before paying any bills or buying things they want, they set aside a fixed part of their income for saving and investing. They have a personal formula. For some, it might be something like spend 50% on needs, save 20%, and invest 30%. Or another common example, 40% for living, 40% for investing, 20% for emergencies. The exact numbers can be different for each person, but the rule is the same. Always save and invest a part of your income first before you spend on anything else, even if your income grows from 10 million to 100 million. When you earn more, do not spend more. When income increases, you invest more. A raise means more assets, not a fancier life. This is how the wealthy build lasting wealth while others get rich and poor again. Look at a typical pattern. Someone gets a 2 million raise and immediately buys a new phone. With a 3 million raise, they rent a bigger house. A bonus means a vacation. In this cycle, no extra money goes into assets. Every extra dollar goes straight to their current lifestyle. This is the lifestyle upgrade trap, earning more without getting wealthier. Just like a hamster on a wheel, running faster and faster but going nowhere. The problem is, it's easy to move your lifestyle up, but very hard to move it down. Once you get used to a higher standard, going back feels like failure. So you keep spending to maintain that lifestyle, even when you cannot afford it. Rich people avoid this trap. They keep their lifestyle stable. They let their investments grow with their income, not their spending. Every year, their wealth increases. Every year, they get closer to true financial freedom. So, what should you do? When you get a raise, split the extra money. You can put 50% or more into investments. Use the rest for fun. This way, you build wealth and still enjoy life a little. Many rich people are even stricter. They put 70% or 80% of every raise into investments. Remember, many high earners have no savings, while many average earners become millionaires. The difference is not what you earn, it is what you keep and invest. For most people, spending feels like moving up in life, while saving feels like standing still. But the wealthy have trained themselves to see it differently. They get excited about saving and investing because they see every dollar saved not as a restriction, but as an employee that will go to work and make more money for them in the future. Keeping, saving, and investing makes you rich. Upgrading your lifestyle makes you permanently poor. Rule 4. Money grows faster with the right people. Managing your own money is powerful, but it has a limit. To break through that limit, you need a different kind of fuel, the right people. This is the force that can grow your wealth much faster than you can alone. Rich people use other people's talents, not just their own muscles. Big money comes from teamwork and connections, not from working alone. They choose their friends and partners carefully. They spend time with smart people who are better than them and have skills they lack. A finance expert helps them make better decisions. A business-minded friend opens new doors. A tech person can turn an idea into a real product. Every talented person you know can help you achieve more. It means using the skills and knowledge of others to reach goals you can't reach alone. It is like using a ladder. You don't have to jump so high yourself. Poor people often do the opposite. They choose friends out of habit or emotion without thinking about growth. These relationships are comfortable, but they don't help them move forward. Think of it as a powerful chain. Your network brings opportunities. Good connections introduce you to projects, partnerships, and investment ideas you'd never find alone. Then, opportunities become assets. The right opportunity lets you invest early, buy low, and build assets. Maybe your friend tells you about a property before it goes on the market. Maybe your network gives you access to investment deals that normal people never see. And ultimately, assets give you power. More assets mean more influence, better negotiation, and more respect. If you want to get a loan for a business, the bank doesn't just look at your salary, they look at your assets. More assets mean they trust you more, giving you better deals and more options. When you have assets, people take you seriously. For the rich, a strong network isn't just about friendship. It's about building a web of mutual trust and value. They focus on what they can give and what they can receive. This might sound strategic, but it is honest and effective. Think of one entrepreneur with 10 quality contacts. That can lead to 10 opportunities, which can become 10 assets. They don't need to be an expert in everything. They just need to know the right people. One tech genius, one marketing whiz, one finance pro. Each contact opens a new door, and behind each door is a potential asset. With the right network, you can build wealth much faster. This is why rich people spend so much time building their network. They go to events, join clubs, attend conferences. They are not just socializing, they are building a network that helps them grow. A normal person might have 10 friends for coffee, leading to 10 complaining sessions. While there's nothing wrong with close friendships, if your entire network is built on comfort alone, it creates zero economic value. Your network doesn't just shape your social life, it builds your wealth. You don't need to be a CEO to apply this. Start by simply connecting with one person who knows something you don't. Join an online community about investing. Follow smart people in your field. Upgrade your network, and you upgrade your net worth. Rich people use relationships to open doors. Normal people use relationships to release stress. Rule 5. Quiet money moves. Truly rich people follow a simple but powerful rule. Keep your money moves quiet. This means they rarely talk about their investments or financial plans. Why do they do this? There are 3 key reasons. 1. Most people won't understand. Money topics can be complex. A lot of people will misunderstand. If you talk about buying a house to rent, they hear taking a big debt. If you talk about strategy, they hear gambling. Most people lack financial education, so they misunderstand your smart moves as just luck or too risky. 2. It creates jealousy. People are often more emotional than logical. They bought a house? Jealousy. They invested? Suspicion. They made a big profit? Envy. Even if you explain clearly that you worked hard, saved money, and invested wisely, people will still feel jealous. They will think you were lucky. They will think you had unfair advantages. This jealousy is unnecessary trouble. 3. People ask the wrong questions. The rich prefer questions like, "What was your thinking behind that decision?" Not a list of actions to copy. These questions show a genuine interest in learning. But most people just want to know where and how much. Where did you invest? How much money did you make? This shows they want a shortcut, not real knowledge. For all these reasons, they follow a simple rule in the money game. You lose your advantage the moment everyone knows your next move. They know about great investments but don't advertise them. They never tell everyone where they are buying. If everyone knows, the price goes up and the opportunity is gone. They move quietly in everything. They build passive income but never show it off. You won't see them posting on social media about just bought another rental property or I have 5 passive income sources. Showing off attracts the wrong kind of attention and creates unnecessary risk. The more you talk about money, the more problems you often create. The quieter you are, the safer your wealth. Of course, you can still learn from mentors and trusted friends, but never broadcast your plans to the world. Money loves quiet. Noise is the enemy of wealth. So, build your assets quietly and let your success make the noise later. Rule 6. Smart thinking beats hard working. There are two ways to work, the hard way and the smart way. Most people choose the hard way, but the rich know a secret. Smart thinking beats hard working. Being busy doesn't make you rich. Smart thinking does. Many people believe more work means more success. They work longer hours, weekends, never rest. They run fast but on the wrong road. In the end, they get more tired and less effective. Their health and relationships suffer, but wealth stays far away. This is the hustle trap. Always busy, but not productive. The wealthy know that better thinking leads to better results. They make time to stop, think, and design a smarter plan before they even take the first step. They believe an hour of thinking can save a year of hard work. In practice, this smart thinking is simply asking one powerful question. What is the most important thing to do right now? Where can 1 hour of my thinking save 1,000 hours of work? This smart thinking is how they design the systems we talked about. They don't just work harder on the same path. They stop to find a better path. And when the path is correct, speed matters less. A person on the right path, walking slowly, will always beat a person on the wrong path, running fast. Think about a CEO and an employee. A CEO's 2 hours of strategic thinking can set a direction that creates millions in value. An employee's 10 hours of focused work then turns that direction into reality. Both are important, but this shows where the highest leverage is in the thinking, not just the doing. The employee handles tasks like emails and reports. These tasks are necessary, but they maintain the business, not transform it. The CEO makes one decision like entering a new market, launching a new product, or changing the business model. These decisions create millions or billions in value. When you're always doing, you're just putting out fires, running tasks, chasing deadlines. This does not create assets. This only creates short-term solutions. You solve one problem, another appears. You finish one task, 3 more come. You are always busy, but never ahead. Thinking time creates new opportunities. Constant work without thinking only creates exhaustion. When you think deeply, you restructure problems, find better ways to do things, and avoid costly mistakes. Normal people are too busy working to think. Rich people make time to reflect and plan, so they work less but achieve more. So your challenge is this. Schedule just 2 hours each week for pure thinking time. No phone, no distractions. Think about your goals, your systems, your big picture. Guard this time like it's your most important meeting. Normal people use strength to make up for a lack of thinking. Rich people use thinking to make up for a lack of strength. Design the path, not just run blindly. Rule 7. Build once, earn forever. This is the final piece that makes the asset-first mindset so powerful. Build something once and get paid for it forever. The richest people's favorite game is to completely break the link between their time and their money. How? They focus on assets that follow a golden pattern: one-time effort, long-term reward. Specifically, think about assets you create once but profit from forever. A book paying royalties for years, a rental property generating monthly rent, a digital product selling on autopilot, or a systemized business running with a team. One big effort up front, followed by a long-term income stream. This is how rich people think. They do not want to trade time for money. They want to create things that pay them repeatedly. Now, compare this to how most people operate. They trade time for money. Work an hour, get paid for that hour. Stop working, the money stops. This is active income, limited, exhausting, and tied directly to your presence. Rich people choose a different path. They build assets that make passive income. This means you do the work once, but get paid for it again and again. The money flows whether they're working, sleeping, or traveling. The system creates the value, not their time. This is the root reason they have control over their time and money, and get richer every day. This is the ultimate goal. Your money works, so you don't have to. So ask yourself, are you building things that pay once, or creating systems that pay repeatedly? You don't need to quit your job tomorrow. Start small. Choose one thing from the examples above. Maybe create a digital product. Maybe start investing. Maybe build a small side business that can run without you. Little by little, asset by asset, you'll create streams of income that don't depend on your daily effort. And one day, these streams will flow strong enough to give you true financial freedom. Normal people work once and get paid once. Rich people work once and get paid forever. And that is the ultimate power of building assets, not just income. So, there they are, the 7 hidden rules. They all come down to one powerful shift. Stop thinking like a worker who only sells time, and start thinking like an owner who builds assets. Stop trading your time for money and start building systems that make money for you. When you do this, you don't just get money, you get freedom. The freedom to choose how you spend your time, to travel, to learn, to be with family because your assets are working for you, even while you sleep. The secret is out. It's in your hands now. So, here is your choice. You can close this video and go back to the comfortable, exhausting chase for a higher salary. Or you can make a different choice. You can start today. Start small, but start. Ask yourself one question. What is one small asset I can build this week? Remember this, real wealth isn't about the number on your paycheck. It's about the assets you own that work for you. You now have the knowledge. The next step is yours. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this valuable, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel for more content about money, success, and personal growth while improving your English. You have the power to build your wealth. You have the power to build your freedom. Now go build your assets.